All right, I don't know what time it is on your clock, but I know what I'm getting ready for. It is time for the Professional CISO Podcast with David Malicoat.
Welcome, one and all, to the Professional CISO Podcast. I'm your host, David Malicoat. In today's episode, our guest is Jim Desmond. His roots are in consulting, building cybersecurity programs from what I can see, and now cybersecurity leadership, and I'm well respected at that. Now, notable things about our guest today. He's been mugged twice, which I don't know causation correlation with. He also has a black belt in Kuk-Sul-Do, which is a Korean martial art. He is currently the SVP and CSO at Asurion out of Nashville, Tennessee. He has held positions at Elevate, Vantiv, Intuit, and Merrill Lynch. Please welcome Jim Desmond. How did a young Jim Desmond first kind of interact with technology and then kind of give me that story arc until today?
The origin story is I was in Ohio State University. There was a recession going on. So I quickly pivoted. I was actually in the Marine Corps Platoon Leaders course. I sold latex gloves to dental offices. I was a bouncer, I was a bartender. And then I started doing data entry in Excel 2.0 for a marketing company. Got into networking, and right around the dot-com boom, somebody said, you know, we're gonna put up a security team. So I always had this fairness gene, and then once I saw you could do that for a living, and with technology, I was in. I ended up in a bank called National City Bank, started there as a vice president of information protection, and I was off to the races.
Absolutely.
And haven't looked back since then. I get significant joy from providing the protection and building the teams and the effectiveness to be able to not only prevent things happen, but when they happen, that we've got the ability to respond quickly.
Love it. So do you believe in that idea that we need to professionalize our role as CISOs? And if you do, what does that mean to you? And it's okay if you don't. We can, go that direction as well.
Well, hearkening back to my desire to be a lawyer, it depends. If it's going to be a professional, when I think of the hardcore term of professional, it's somebody like an attorney and it's somebody like a doctor that has certifying boards, they have association dues, and primarily their job is to create opinion from their expertise. The thing is, though, is that it is somewhat of a mercenary position. They're affiliated with a hospital, but are they really there for the hospital, right? They're not. Their agency is all around the delivery of their expertise. What I think we have today is, especially evolving since Mr. Brown over at SolarWinds and the SEC, we're seeing the CISO is starting to be, there's a tension, right? A significant tension pulling on this role. Something's got to give. In previous CISO roles, and I won't say where or when, there was significant pressure to go, say everything's okay. We'll fix it behind the scenes. Don't you worry about it, right?
Yeah.
And we can't do that anymore. The one thing I think every CISO has to be prepared to do is walk away. I'm going to write a letter, I'm going to give it to the board of directors. When you're a risk manager, like most CISOs are, that's different because those tend to be long-term conversations. On the other hand, I think from a professional aspect, the CISO has to be freed in some way, either with reporting responsibilities to the board or to a governing body or something like that, where they can give an opinion that is immensely unpopular to the immediate goals of the organization and still maintain their value, their marketability.
Right. Or their stature in the company.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jim Desmond. All right, gang, I renew the call. We must professionalize the role of the CISO. In the meantime, I wish you health, happiness, and success in becoming the professional CISO. Let's do this.
We're professionalizing the CISO role, so please subscribe to the Professional CISO Podcast.